Wow, so now here you can see different types of leaves. Can you imagine that leaves can also be of so many types in their physical structure? Yes, they can. Actually, we can see that they can be verified under these topics such as veins. If you can see that here in both two leaves there is a network pattern of veins, and in the third leaf it is having a parallel vein which is running along with the midrib. But here you can say in this case the veins are forming the network pattern. So on the basis of the arrangement of veins, we can divide these leaves into two categories, that is network patterns vein in which the network pattern of vein is there, and second in which the pattern is of parallel form. So this is called venation. So when there is a network pattern, we say it is a reticulate venation, and this is a parallel venation. Now comes on the basis of shapes. You can see here it is a hand shaped, spear shaped, heart shaped, round shaped and needle shaped leaves. Looking so beautiful. Now comes here the arrangement. What arrangement? Arrangement of leaf on a branch. Now if there is a single leaf on a branch, we say it's a simple leaf, and when there are many leaves in a single stalk, we say it is a compound leaf. These two are compound leaves and this is a simple leaf. Now on the basis of their edges we have studied earlier, the outline margin of the leaf which give its shape. So this is a smooth edge, this is showing the toothed edge, and this is a lobed edge. Now on the basis of the arrangement on the stem, you can see here that leaves are arranged in alternate pattern. One is on left, another is on right, again on left, again on right, and they are also not arising on the same nodal position. They are arising in alternate pattern. Now here in the second, you can see that both the leaves on the sides, on the both sides, are in opposite pattern in front of each other. So these are arranged in opposite pattern. Now here in the third, you can see they are forming a flower-like structure and a hole. So this is a hole arrangement of leaf on the stem. So this is clear to you all how we can divide the leaves on the certain basis, and not a single structure of leaf is there could be many type and many shapes of the leaves. So let's move on the next topic. Yes, students. So now we will study that how plants make their own food. Yes, let me now remind you here that the plants which are green in color can only make their own food. The plants which are non-greens cannot prepare their own food. So that's why here I had mentioned you that the green plants, the only green plants are capable of making their own food. So now here in the diagram you can see that a plant is there and leaf. So this leaf is showing the food. It means that leaf is the kitchen of the plant. It's formed as a kitchen of the plant and prepare food for the plant for its growth. So now how this process actually occurs? We name this process as a photosynthesis. Now if I bifurcate this word photosynthesis, we get two words, that is photo and another is synthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means putting together. So here what is light referring? Light is referring to the sunlight. Yes, sun is the main source of light energy on earth, and also it helps the plant to prepare their own food. So sunlight is being trapped by the leaf through what? Through chlorophyll. Do you know what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a green pigment which is present in the leaf. This pigment also provides the color green to the leaves. So chlorophyll is very important for the formation of food. If there would be no chlorophyll, no food could be made. You must have seen some fallen leaves on the ground. Actually, they get detached from the plant and they become pale or yellow in color. Why so? Because they are lacking chlorophyll, the green pigment. So now here you well understood that sunlight and chlorophyll are the two factors which are necessary for the preparation of food or for the process of photosynthesis. Now what is this? CO2, or you may see that carbon dioxide is over here written. So what is this? This is actually a gas which is present in the air. When you breathe, which gas you release out? Yes, carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide is being trapped or getting inside through the leaf to the leaf through stomata. Do you remember stomata? Stomata are the tiny openings which we read earlier, which is at the underneath surface of the leaf. These stomata are the tiny pores. These stomatas are very tiny pores present on the underneath of the leaf. So they are holes, and through these small pores the carbon dioxide enters into the leaf. Now we studied about the three necessary components which are necessary for the process of photosynthesis. Then what is remained? The fourth component, that is water. So now we have read that the veins provide water to the leaf. So from where this water comes in the vein? This water comes through stem, and the stem get this water from the roots. Where the roots present in the plant? Under the soil. So we cannot see root, but when you water the plant, you water in the soil. Why you water in the soil? Because the roots of the plants are in the soil. These roots absorb water from the soil and transport it to the stem, and from stem to the leaf and various branches. So in this way, for the process of photosynthesis, we read that the four components are very necessary to make the food. First is sun energy. Sunlight energy. Second is carbon dioxide from air. Third is water from the soil. And fourth is the chlorophyll, which is present in the leaf, the green pigment. Now, how this process occurs? This process occurs only during the daytime. Please mind that without sunlight, without the energy of sunlight, the process of photosynthesis cannot occur. So you must well understood that the photosynthesis cannot occur during night because there is no sunlight. So photosynthesis process occur during the daytime. Now let's move on the next slide. So students, we have already read here and the first point that chlorophyll absorbs sunlight. Carbon dioxide from air through the stomata. Water and mineral get absorbed by roots. So now during this process, what is obtained? What is obtained during this process? Yes, oxygen. Oxygen is the gas is obtained and the food is formed. Food is in the form of sugar. Food is in the form of sugar. It is a form of glucose also. We can say it glucose. So during the process, oxygen is given out in the air and stomata through the stomata, and sugar is formed as food. Now let me remind you that plant use this food for their growth and repair the worn out cells. Similarly, when you are a growing child, you also require so many nutrients for your growth and development. In the same way, plant also require the energy and nutrients for its growth and repairing of worn out cells. But what here you are seeing is that which is underlined extra food. What is this extra food? Actually, plants when prepare their food and they utilize the food in some amount only they utilize this nutrient which is obtained from the food in only some amount. But what about the rest of the food? So this rest of the food is called the extra food, and which get stored in the plant of the parts such as roots, stem, leaves, seeds, etc. Now please remember here that this extra food is always stored in the form of starch. Actually, food is prepared in the form of glucose, but extra food is stored in the form of starch. Do you know that what are these stored food? Some of the examples are here that carrot which we eat is a stored form of root. Cabbage is a stored form of leaf. Sugarcane is the stored form of stem. And many other food items you can count which you eat, and it is a stored part of the plant. So enlist such food items which you eat and it is a stored form of the plant part. The plant use this food. I already mentioned this point earlier that for the growth and repair of the worn out cells. Now, what is the process of photosynthesis? Here you can write in a chemical formula form like carbon dioxide plus water. These are the two reactants. They react with each other in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So always write the sunlight and chlorophyll up and below the arrow. Then what the products are obtained? The products obtained are the glucose and oxygen. Oxygen is given out to the air through the stomata, those teeny pores which are present underneath of the leaf surface. And what is the glucose? Glucose is the food which is prepared by the plant. So here it completed the process of photosynthesis. I hope you all must have understood clearly. So students, now I would like to end the session and we'll meet again in next session to cover the following topics. Till then, stay at home and be safe.